Hey guys, a very good morning. Fabio here. Hope you're all doing well. So interesting week up ahead. First of all, of course, the dollar index and the major dollar pairs are going to be discussed. Furthermore, towards the end of the week, the algorithm access is most likely going to become available for you guys. So if you want access to my trading algorithm, which did 30% in the month of September, make sure to join the free Discord server. Link is in the description down below. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video and see what is going on. So to begin with, of course, the dollar index. And looking at the dollar index, we can see that we reached that line of 94.302, which is the top of my area of monthly supply. So this is my monthly supply, which we are currently in. And as we can see, the monthly candle rejected the top of that area of supply. So we're currently seeing a pushback down in towards lows. This could mean that further downside is possible. So going back in towards the weekly, what we can see from the weekly as well is that we saw a fake out on the swing high over here. So this is my first swing high. This is my second swing high. It's more obvious on the daily. But looking at this chart, what I really like about it is that we saw some nice rejection on the weekly. Furthermore, looking at the daily time frame, we can see kind of like a reversal pattern in there, which could indicate that we are going to start seeing more downside. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more downside. For now, what zones am I looking for to get a pullback towards? Well, first of all, I have my zone number 1. This is zone number 2. So I would really favor a pullback. The dollar index is looking very bullish in my opinion though, but I would still love to see a further pullback in towards the downside. As you guys can see over here, we have this ascending trend line with the 1, the 2, and then the third touch rejection alongside that monthly area of supply. So yeah, this is kind of an area from where I do expect the dollar index to start rejecting. Let's say we do move up higher, we could still see a double top or even a fake out on this major swing high of 94.742. Then from there we could still see further downside in towards either 0.680 or 92.224. So yeah, that is it for the dollar index, and let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar, I am still looking for longs, from Aussie dollar on 0.71451 or 0.71451. So at the moment we are seeing more upside. However, we are nearing this area of major resistance on Aussie dollar. So as we can see over here, we have kind of this swing high over here. Price tried to move towards that swing high, however failed to take out the stops above this swing high. So I know that a lot of people went short from here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we do start seeing some further upside today on Aussie dollar, at least in towards the swing high before seeing any obvious pullbacks back down in towards the lows. So yeah, let's see what happens. We could of course still form something like this, then see kind of like an ascending channel slash wedge form, with this being the start of the impulse in towards the lows, take out the stops above the high over here, and then see further downside. For me personally, no real obvious areas of supply or demand on the 4 hour. We did have this zone back a while, but as we can see, it already acted perfectly as supply. It's not going to be using it as it is not fresh anymore. So for now, my main focus is just going to be on this swing high alongside the possibility of some wedge or channel forming. Let's say we just start moving up, then I'll be looking for more downside once we take out the high. And of course, we also have to look what the dollar index is doing. But yeah, essentially still waiting for further lows to get hit before looking for any longs. So yeah, that's it for Aussie dollar. Let's head over to Euro dollar. And Euro dollar, so last week I took a long on Euro dollar just a little bit early, as we can see, because now we are starting to move back up in towards the highs. So for me personally, a lot of people are going short on this weekly candle, as they can see that there is a bearish candle close underneath the lowest low. However, a lot of people go short in these kind of situations because they want to fill or mirror this clean move to our left. So I personally would not be surprised if we do start seeing some more upside from Euro dollar, at least back in towards this basing candle. As you guys can see, is our base drop. So this is an area of possible supply within the market, to where we could at least see a pullback form, take out some stops maybe, and then for instance start moving down lower once again. So short term, maybe some bullishness on Euro dollar, would not be surprised. Also forming some kind of inverse head and shoulders on the lower time frame, as we can see with the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So let's see if Euro dollar can break out over here. Wouldn't be surprised. Let's say we do, and we see a nice setup, nice area of demand form. then you could look for a possible short-term long in towards 1.16835. So that's euro dollar. Let's over to pound dollar. So pound dollar, what I'm waiting for on pound dollar is just a pullback higher, as yeah, there's no real short opportunity for me at the moment. As we can see, we have taken out this clean move over here. So, or this, this high on the 4-hour, whereafter there is a clean move. So a lot of breakout traders traded the breakout and are now getting probably stop loss swiped. So let's see if we can move a little bit more down before moving up in towards this area of strong supply before looking for further downside in towards the lows. So that's pound dollar. Let's head over to Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar, what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for a little bit more upside before further downside still. There is a lot of supply situated over here at the white lines. So let's see if we can reach that high before looking for further downside in towards the lows. We have daily, a weak area of supply, but it is supply. And we have 4-hour supply situated over there. So let's see if we can get a nice short in to then trade this pair further in towards the downside towards 0.68305. So yeah, that is Kiwi dollar, expecting longs from down below over here, but maybe some short-term shorts first before seeing further downside. We are currently situated within this basing structure, and that is why we are having resistance or seeing resistance. However, this area of basing structure is not strong enough, in my opinion, to take a short. I will definitely have to wait for higher levels to get hit before looking for any shorts. So that said, let's head over to gold. And gold, guys, just waiting for a pullback today in towards lows before looking for any possible short-term longs. So 1732.750 is kind of the level that I'm looking for to start looking for some possible longs in towards the highs. We are kind of forming some ascending price action. So we could still see one more rise in towards the highs, kind of complete this ascending wedge / channel. Because now we've got the 1, the 2, the 1, then possible the 2, one more fake out, then a push lower. Let's say we don't get that, we do just start pushing down lower, then look for longs from 1732.750. In the meantime, we could still see a fake out on this swing low of 1749.710, so always mark that swing low out. We could see a fake out on it, one more push back up, and then further downside. But yeah, I'm only going to be really looking for longs from 1732.750. Because as we can see, coming from daily demand, broke out of the wedge, now just waiting for the retest and then a further push in towards the highs. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today once again. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions whatsoever, make sure to contact me through Discord. Have an amazing day and speak soon. Thanks, guys.